North Korea has said they are not interested in diplomatic solutions to its tensions with the U.S. until it develops a missile capable of reaching the east coast of America. A North Korean official confirmed Pyongyang's strategy to CNN, adding that before we can engage in diplomacy with the Trump administration, we want to send a clear message that the DPRK has a reliable defensive and offensive capability to counter any aggression. The latest comment adds to the increasing tension between the U.S. and the isolated Asian nation, with its seemingly mercurial leader Kim Jong-un. Donald Trump has publicly traded insults with him, giving him the nickname Rocket Man and referring to him as such during the president's speech in front of the United Nations General Assembly, he adding that the North Korean leader was on a suicide mission in continuing to develop a nuclear weapons program. Mr. Kim's state news agency then issued a statement in which they referred to Mr. Trump as a dotard. Just last week, Pyongyang warned Mr. Trump's reckless moves could hurt Guam, the U.S. territory island in the Pacific approximately 2,100 miles 3,425 kilometers southeast of North Korea. North Korea propaganda video shows missiles blowing up U.S. targets. Mr. Trump had recently tweeted that Secretary of State Rex Tillerson was wasting his time trying to negotiate with Mr. Kim through State Department diplomatic back channels. He tweeted that only one thing will work to deter North Korea's development of its nuclear arsenal. In yet another indication, the president thinks military action is the only option left. Mr. Tillerson, for his part, attempted to reassure the American public on Sunday that diplomatic efforts will continue until the first bomb drops, seeming to indicate the U.S. would only strike as a retaliatory measure. He also said there is no better partner than Secretary of Defense who believes in diplomacy regarding James Mattis' belief that military action should be a last resort. The Defense Secretary has also stressed the ironclad commitments of the U.S. to allies like South Korea and Japan and reiterated his commitment to diplomatic options in a statement given in front of the White House on the 3rd of September. However, he also said any threat to the U.S., its territories like the Pacific island of Guam, or its allies would be met with a massive military response, both effective and overwhelming. The United Nations Security Council, spurred by bold rhetoric from U.S. Ambassador Nikki Haley, imposed the strictest ever sanctions on the Hermit Kingdom. The latest round sanctions impose caps on North Korea's oil exports, bans all textile exports, and no country is allowed to issue work permits to those holding North Korean passports. Countries will also be allowed to freeze assets of cargo ships if they refuse to undergo inspections. China, one of Pyongyang's biggest trading partners, has also announced it will no longer open new accounts for North Korean citizens or accept its currency after facing criticism for laundering North Korean money. Last month, a U.S. intelligence official said they had no reason to doubt Mr. Kim and his military had developed a hydrogen bomb. The U.S. official said, however, it would take some time to complete a thorough analysis of the size of the blast and type of device detonated during the last North Korean test. In July, U.S. intelligence officials said they believed North Korea had been able to make a nuclear warhead capable of fitting on an intercontinental ballistic missile, claiming missiles will have the range to reach the U.S. Recently, Pyongyang also launched a missile over the Hokkaido island of Japan. South Korea has been preparing for a possible nuclear attack by running drills for residents, including the 120,000 Americans stationed on military bases in the country. Hawaii is also preparing an air siren warning system and informing the public to shelter in place and have food and medical supplies on hand at all times. More about North Korea. Kim Jong-un, Donald Trump reuse content.